There's literally no wick.
Are you kidding?
I have an empty Wickless. How do I light it? I literally just noticed that. I just pulled it out. There is a hole in my Meghan Markle candle.
Kinsey didn't waste a second before diving into the real reason they were here. Meghan Markle's cancelled show. Donna didn't even blink, leaning in like this was the I told you so moment she had been waiting for. She reminded everyone that the cracks had been showing from the very beginning. The show was a disaster wrapped in designer labels, with forced smiles and inspirational soundbites that no one bought. Meghan's brand was built on turning her royal drama into cash, but it was painfully obvious to anyone with a brain that the lifestyle angle had zero traction. And let's be honest, this wasn't a cancellation. It was a flop that Netflix was just too scared to officially bury. Kinsey smirked and said, "This wasn't a show. It was a PR stunt with bad lighting." Donna laughed, but she wasn't wrong. She pointed out that the show's casting choices were a joke. Talent was avoiding it like it was a leper colony. "Nobody wants to be on that sinking ship," Donna said, pulling no punches. Everyone saw Meghan's desperation, and frankly, they want nothing to do with her narrative anymore.
Thank you for so long. Let's jump to Meghan really quick. Meghan's Netflix show won't have a third season. I think we predicted this months ago. Her heavily promoted lifestyle show, With Love, Meghan, won't be returning. Multiple sources told Page Six after the Duchess called the show a lot of work. Oh my God, wait, I have to go back. Because I wanted to say, and this is for Meghan too, and hear me. Brooklyn was saying like he just was tired of reading the headlines about him and that's what made him snap.
That's when Kinsey hit hard, noting how Meghan's playbook was getting old. It was the same formula: create a public enemy, fuel the narrative with calculated leaks, and then play the victim. She compared this to Blake Lively, another mean girl in Hollywood, who's been famously masterminding her drama with Justin Baldoni. Blake and Meghan are cut from the same cloth, Kinsey added. They both use media manipulation as their golden ticket. Control the narrative, twist the truth, and make sure you're always in the spotlight. Even if it's negative attention, Donna fired back with the real kicker. Blake Lively's campaign against Justin Baldoni was the ultimate high school vendetta, disguised as adult drama. What's wild is that she's got a full-blown war going, but it's got this weird mean girl energy. The accusations, the whisper campaigns, the shady leaks, it's like an episode of Gossip Girl, but with actual careers on the line. She went on to add that Blake's public attempts to ruin Justin's reputation revealed just how far she would go to twist the narrative for her own gain. Kinsey wasn't having it.
Like, Harry and Meghan have way too much time to Google themselves. Brooklyn and Nicola have way too much time to Google yourselves. Contribute to the world, and you don't have time to sit and read about yourself.
She called the show a lot of work.
A lot of work. And, you know, she had like 17 producers on her podcast alone. How many producers?
Oh my God. I'm a one-woman show.
A one-woman show. Thank you very much. Like, it's insane. She called it a lot of work.
She pointed out the real difference between Blake and Meghan. The texts between Taylor Swift and Blake were telling. The moment legal action came into play, Blake's tone went from "I've got this" to "let's lawyer up." Taylor should have known better, Kinsey quipped. If you're going to play dirty with someone like Blake, you better have the brains to cover your tracks. Donna, ever the realist, added, Taylor is a strategic player, but this whole thing made it clear she got caught up in Blake's mess without even realizing how deep she was going. The conversation naturally shifted to Brooklyn Beckham's latest public tantrum. Kinsey wasn't afraid to call it like it was. Brooklyn's a spoiled brat. He's dragging his family through the mud in front of millions of people. And for what? Sympathy. Donna agreed, stating that despite Brooklyn's gripes, he was still living off the glory of his family name. He's crying about control, but let's be real, the Beckhams built him a platform. Without them, he'd be some guy with a few Insta followers. Kinsey couldn't help but mock Brooklyn's juvenile antics. This whole thing is like watching a child throw a tantrum because they don't get to pick the cereal brand. It's embarrassing. But it wasn't just about Brooklyn.
But that's just her way of saying that it was saying I got canceled and I don't want it to look like that, right?
I think, well, that was her way of...
Or is she pretending or is she saying it got canceled, like openly?
She's not saying that. She's trying to say that they're pivoting to social media content because that's where the audience is going. Even though someone like me, literally, the day it came out was like, this is a 30-second TikTok. Why is she making it a 45-minute show?
Yeah.
Donna pointed out how Meghan Markle's own version of victimhood was eerily similar. It's the same script, she said. Different stage, same players. Meghan and Harry whine about media bias, then get caught selling their souls to the highest bidder. Same with Brooklyn. He's complaining about his family while using every single opportunity to create drama for his own self-promotion. It's a game to them. Kinsey agreed, throwing in a cheeky jab. When Meghan talks about privacy, it's like watching a Fox lecture, a hen on safety. Just when you thought things couldn't get spicier, Kinsey and Donna dug into Meghan Markle's show again. Let's face it, Kinsey smirked. With love, Meghan was never going to last. It was a mess from the start. Meghan's authentic life looks about as real as her marriage to Harry. Which, I mean, let's not pretend this is anything but a Hollywood fairy tale wrapped in guilt trips. Donna couldn't hold back, adding, "It wasn't just the show, it was everything surrounding it."
But I had some questions specifically for you because we had such a fun conversation about the casting decisions throughout Meghan's show and like how she could have made it better. Well, last week, as you, I'm sure, were buried with Blake Lively drama, there were all sorts of scandals, like barely related to Meghan Markle, but I saw the connection, so I was dying. So,
the casting, a joke. The product, unfinished. The delivery, a train wreck. She continued, "Everyone in Hollywood knows that Meghan's aura has completely fizzled." Kinsey then hit the nail on the head. If this wasn't Meghan Markle, Netflix would have pulled the plug after season 1. Donna agreed, pointing out that Netflix had to consider how bad the PR would get if they officially pulled the plug. They're holding on to the idea of her brand because no one wants to be labelled as the person who ended Meghan Markle's career. Kinsey gave a knowing laugh. I'm sure they're just waiting for her to realise the jig is up, so they can quietly end it without too much fuss. Netflix doesn't need more drama. They need good content. But the real mic drop moment came when Kinsey revealed she had received one of Meghan's branded candles. And it was a wickless candle. No wick. None. Donna could hardly contain her laughter as Kinsey described her shock, saying, "I opened it up and thought, did I just get the leftover stock from Netflix's swag closet?" Donna cackled. That's the perfect metaphor for the Meghan brand. All the hype, none of the substance.
It's water lotus, sandalwood, and California poppy. How much do you think these retail for?
I think that they're between 45 and 60. I can't remember. I think they're $60.
There's no wick. Is that normal?
Are you serious?
Is that the thing?
There's
no wick.
I've had 2 people tell me that there was no wick when they ordered a candle.
There's literally no wick.
Are you kidding?
I have an empty wick list. How do I light it? I literally just noticed that. I just pulled it.
$64 for a candle that doesn't even work. Kinsey was ready to make a statement. I'm emailing customer service to see what they say about this. It's like buying a car with no wheels. Donna couldn't stop laughing. You know it's a PR disaster when even their candles are broken. She added, "This is just another example of how Meghan's empire is falling apart. She's selling dreams, but there's no substance behind them. The candle is the metaphor for her whole brand empty." Kinsey promised to keep everyone updated on the saga, making it clear that the wickless candle saga was far from over. I'm thinking of making it my next big segment. Let's see if Meghan wants to get involved. As the conversation came to a close, Kinsey and Donna reflected on how these celebs seem trapped in a cycle of manufactured drama. Each of them used their personal problems as a public commodity, oversharing for attention instead of doing anything remotely meaningful. Donna bluntly remarked, "Hollywood today is a disaster zone where drama reigns supreme, and if you don't bring it, you're irrelevant." Kinsey agreed, adding, "It's not about making good work anymore, it's about making noise." Donna, ever the realist, joked, "All the drama, no substance. It's the perfect formula for a broken brand. But hey, at least we're talking about it." Kinsey wrapped up with a wink. Make sure to subscribe and follow Donna for more spicy gossip. We'll be back with the next scandal, because let's face it, these celebs can't stop giving us material. The 2 of them signed off, ready to ride out the drama storm that was likely just getting started.